Hello, my lovely, lovely Mavens. How do you do? Long time no see. I'm so glad to see that you're watching today's video because we are looking to stay productive in this time and age. Do you realize how much things have changed and how different productivity or achieving goals are now being measured? I mean, the time that we live in has caused so many people to start working from home, and even more people are realizing that they actually can work from home even if they don't really need to. It's a whole different ballgame, people. So listen up, because this might be an important one for you. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to say that when it comes to working from home, there are general tips that are going to apply. Although people are different with different workflows, and so what works for one might not necessarily work for the other person. But these 5 tips I'm about to tell you will work for anyone, regardless of the location that they are working from. There are several other tips that are not listed here, so if there's anyone that has worked for you specifically, please drop me a comment below and tell me exactly what that tip is so everyone else can benefit. But what's important for you to consider is that it's not really about where you work from. I mean, home, office, during travel even, these are mere locations, right? The real deal here is, was the work done? Did you get to do the job? Did you finish that assignment? Did you achieve the goals? That's what's important here, regardless of where you're working from. Believe it or not, just because you're in the office does not necessarily mean that you are more productive than someone working from home. And of course, neither does working from home make you any less efficient. It's really all about you, the goals you've set for yourself, your ability to focus on the tasks set out, and the efficiency with which you complete the tasks. So these 5 tips will ensure that you are productive and get work done when you are working from home. You should be able to have a specific work area at home where you can work undisturbed as much as possible. Having a designated home office in the house would be really nice, but may not always be possible, right? So you need to find a place which will be conducive for you and the work that you need to do. Maybe it's an area on the dining table, maybe a corner in your living room. A table definitely for your workspace would be ideal. But just find an area in your home that says it's time for business right now. Think about it. If you were at the office, you probably have a table or a workspace which is yours and which is where you come to do your work every day. You should kind of try and replicate that sort of familiar space associated with work in your home as well. So don't switch places each day to someplace else in your home where you'll be working. Don't be in bed today and on the couch tomorrow. Instead, find a space that will become your workspace in the long term, where you return to each time that you're working. This will help create some sense of order in your mind, and over time, your mind immediately recognizes that this designated workspace, and interprets it to mean that it's time to focus on the tasks for the day. Now, everyone who works, regardless in what field or endeavor, has a certain routine, right? Call it prep work if you like. All those things that you do in readiness for the day's job. That's what I'm talking about. Now, definitely taking a shower and dressing up for work is a general routine. But in addition to that, some people do other things like praying, meditating, doing some exercises, or even listening to a podcast. Now, I'm not saying that without these things you won't get work done, but what I am saying is that just as with the designated workspace, you get a sense of structure and routine which preps you for your day's work, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So to clear your mind in readiness for work, develop a prep routine. Now, this is such a simple but such a powerful tip to observe. The idea of outlining tasks and achieving a larger goal is such an effective way to get ahead in your work. Our work most often comprises several tasks, some more urgent than others. But if you can, each day list out 3 to 5 tasks and then commit to achieving them, you'll find that at the end of the week, you will have achieved a whole lot. Of course, sometimes there are some tasks that require several days' attention, and in that case, keep listing that particular task and note the progress that you have made and what more you need to do to accomplish it. Whatever you do, stick to a maximum of 3 to 5 tasks per day. Now, if you complete those tasks and have the mental or physical capacity to do some additional tasks, well, good. But don't overburden yourself with too many tasks, and then at the end of the day, you start feeling guilty for not being able to complete those tasks. Outlining your tasks will also help you focus your attention on what you need to give priority to. So finish one task at a time, then move to the next. You'll be amazed at how much you are able to achieve in a short amount of time. Work. Any kind of work at all can be mentally and or physically draining. You need a break. I mean, have you considered the benefits of a break from work to help the work? I'll be doing an entire video on that later on, but know that breaks boost your performance and creativity as well as reduce stress levels. And from a totally health standpoint, if work requires you to sit for long amounts of time, then it is in your best interest to take regular breaks in which you get to stretch or move your body, because it sort of gets your blood circulating and will help combat some diseases which happen as a result of a sedentary lifestyle. If you can accommodate regular breaks, that's fine. For others, they prefer taking breaks randomly. Now, here's where you need to exercise caution and really do what works best for you. Don't just take random and frequent breaks just because you're home and just because you can. You don't want that to be counterproductive. Always remember what the main goal is here. It is to achieve your goals of getting work done. So if your breaks are so random and frequent that you're not getting anything done, then that's counterproductive, isn't it? So make sure to do what works best for you in this regard. No incentive like a good reward for work achieved. We all know how this works, right? I mean, something as simple as words of appreciation and praise by your boss can make you determined to give the work your very best. At other times, it could be a raise, a promotion, or even a cash gift from your boss to reward you for a job well done. It does work every single time. So just because you work from home or are working for yourself doesn't mean you shouldn't be rewarded for it. And the good thing is you get to choose your own reward. How cool is that? So you can decide each time you complete all the tasks on your list for the day, you get to do something fun. Maybe you can take yourself out or buy yourself something, anything really to serve as a reward for all that hard work that you got done. So your work gets done, you get a sense of accomplishment and pride in your abilities, and your boss, if you do have one, is happy as well. You see, everybody wins. So these are some tips to help you get the most out of your day if you are working from home, especially if this is still a new experience for you and you have been used to the office workplace but now are required to be home. This gives you a good starting point. And as you move along, you begin to adapt the tips that really help you and get rid of the ones that don't. At the end of the day, it's about getting work done and achieving the goals that you have set for yourselves. Well, if you got value out of this video, please like, comment, and share this video. You know the drill. I am Zoe Maven. Be amazing today and every day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.